Have you ever felt overwhelmed by endless homework and wondered if there's a way to study more in less time? One afternoon, while struggling to keep up with my assignments, I sat at my desk feeling frustrated and exhausted. In that moment, I discovered a secret that changed everything, a Chinese technique known as Wu Wei that helped me study more effectively without the constant stress of overworking. I used to spend hours buried in books, trying desperately to absorb every detail. I always felt like I was chasing time, and no matter how hard I worked, I never seemed to make enough progress. That day, as I stared at my cluttered notes and endless tasks, I began to wonder if there was a better way to learn. That's when I encountered the ancient wisdom of a Chinese technique that taught me how to let go of unnecessary effort and allow my mind to work naturally. Wu Wei, which means effortless action, might sound mysterious, but to me it became a guiding principle for transforming my study habits. Instead of forcing my brain to work overtime, I learned to trust my natural rhythm. By aligning my study routine with the idea of working in harmony with my inner self, I discovered that I could truly study more in less time. I embraced the philosophy that not every moment had to be filled with intense focus, and that sometimes stepping back allowed me to move forward more efficiently. I began by setting a clear intention before each study session. I would sit quietly, take a few deep breaths, and remind myself I am here to learn calmly and effectively. This simple ritual prepared my mind to focus without pressure. I divided my study time into small segments, allowing myself breaks in between. Every 20 minutes, I took a 5-minute pause to relax and clear my thoughts. These breaks were not a sign of weakness, but a necessary part of the process. They helped me refresh my mind and enabled me to study more in less time. One of the most important lessons I learned from this Chinese technique was the value of letting go of perfection. I used to believe that every assignment needed to be flawless, which only added to my stress. But I soon realized that striving for perfection was counterproductive. Accepting that mistakes are a natural part of learning allowed me to be more creative and open to new ideas. I understood that it was better to progress steadily than to become paralyzed by the fear of making errors. By embracing imperfection, I found that I could achieve more, and that was the true essence of study more in less time. Creating the right environment was also key. I rearranged my study space to make it calm and inviting. I kept my desk tidy, ensured I had adequate lighting, and even added a plant or two for a touch of nature. This physical space reflected the inner calm I aimed to achieve. Whenever I sat down to study, my surroundings reminded me of the Chinese technique of Wu Wei, reinforcing the idea that a serene environment helps me focus better and study more in less time. Adopting Wu Wei wasn't without its challenges. In the beginning, old habits die hard. There were days when I felt anxious and tempted to cram information without giving myself time to process it. During those moments, I reminded myself of the benefits of taking a step back and trusting the process. I learned that by relaxing and letting go of the need to control every detail, I could tap into a deeper level of understanding. This shift in mindset was difficult at first, but over time it allowed me to break free from the cycle of stress and achieve a more balanced approach to studying. To maintain this balance, I also experimented with different types of breaks. Sometimes I would take a short walk outside, letting the fresh air clear my head. These small activities were my way of resetting, ensuring that my mind remained alert and receptive. I found that by incorporating these practices, I could return to my studies with renewed energy and clarity. It was a practical way to study more in less time while enjoying the process of learning. During a major exam period, I tried the Chinese technique of Wu Wei. I made a schedule with short study sessions and breaks. This helped me avoid cramming and trust my brain to learn naturally. When the exam came, I felt calm and ready. My results were better than ever. I knew it was because I studied smarter, not harder. I learned that effective studying is about knowing my own pace. Sometimes taking a break can lead to new insights. This approach not only boosted my grades, but also reduced stress. It made learning more enjoyable. Every day, I remember that success doesn't mean constant effort. The goal of study more in less time became a lifestyle. I focus on quality over quantity. I share this with anyone feeling stuck in endless studying. I encourage them to try and see the difference. It's a fresh way to look at studying, whether you're a student or anyone looking to boost productivity. In conclusion, it taught me to let go of pressure and enjoy the learning process. Success is about focus and peace of mind, not just hours studying. I hope my story encourages you to try a balanced approach to learning.